the Tempest domain, the shattered mountain beyond. If only Jonas could have seen this. Yes, and ready to charge into battle always. I cannot say as much for our forces currently. Our positions are tenuous at best. We need to fortify the outpost, but first, something to investigate. A prisoner the corrupted are holding nearby. We don't know, but they've attracted much attention. I'll leave it to you how to proceed, and I will meet you at the outpost.
After a century of being away from this infernal island, I had forgotten the tension that permeates the air on Eternum. It's invigorating, but there's also a cloying quality to it. It feels like one's constantly trading clarity and hope for this gift of eternal life. Perhaps this is why mankind was never worthy of such a thing. In the decades since I departed, Isabella has been busy, and her demon armies now dominate the land. My plans may have been hindered upon arrival, but I will find a way to make amends for my sins. Or let me be damned as well. I knew this moment would come. That you'd be drawn here like a moth to flame. Your light to shine in the darkness. Yes, Captain Thorpe failed us. His greed sabotaged our safe passage and set our souls on this course. Do you remember now? And my guidance has remained with you, whether you realize it or not. For good or for evil, our fates are intertwined. You seek Isabella, and though my path has been twisted by steel and thorn, I travel the same road for the same purpose. I seek to atone for my sins and those I caused others to commit. My journal is my testament. Read it, if you will. I still recall the day I discovered an angel visiting my church. Isabella de Leon, a young woman of unsurpassed devotion, seeking redemption for generations of family shame. It was I who first brought her to hear the mad ravings of the heretic, and strangely found myself joining their ill-fated expedition. On Eternum, Isabella's aspiration became obsession. And when she drank from the fountain, her thirst for divine inspiration transformed into madness. As the crimson thickened in her eyes, so did the hold of the demonic parasite within her soul. She met the crew's questions with blood, leaving them as mindless husks. My heart shattered, my faith lost. I struck down the heretic for leading us to this damnation. And I fled in shame to the old world, determined to return and make this right. In Rome, I gained access to the darkest archives of my order, and there found answers that promised salvation when I returned to these shores. I hired a captain to bring me back, but after shipwrecking on the island, I saw what happened. The blessing I intended for her was bestowed upon you instead. Now you know. My life was restored just in time to witness my holy mission thwarted. My only hope that we would meet again. I came here seeking insight into Isabella's affairs, but discovered little, and found myself captured and tortured by her pawns. No, though she was undoubtedly aware of my capture, she avoided coming here, which tells us a great deal, I believe. But I fear we tarry too long. This stronghold is dangerous. Come. There is an old fort nearby where we can talk further. I did not expect friendly welcome, nor corruption beaten back. But you and your fellow Soul Wardens have accomplished much. Your comrades have confided to me some of your story. They say Isabella was making a game of tormenting you. Oh? Good Lord, that's the answer. If we can access her thoughts, we can rouse the emotions she tries to suppress. We must test the limits of this connection between you. This is the way Isabella de Leon may yet be redeemed. Yes, don't you see? This is why we are here. We can use this bond between you to force her attention on the past. Memories from before her fall. At the very least, these will weaken corruption's hold and put Isabella on the defensive. I do. Prior to my capture, I discovered where she hid the relics of her past, taking care to ensure she won't be reminded. An old fort, an abandoned town, and that loathsome mine. You must recover these relics, while I study the way we might use them. objects harbor powerful echoes from Isabella's past, when she still had some trace of innocence. Now, you must simply open yourself up to her awareness, and let us see how she reacts to such a psychic assault. Oh, but of course you have. Still, if you're the one who erected these mental barriers, you can surely lower them as well. Follow me into the cliffs to the east, where we will find a place you can settle your mind. Have faith. You can do this. Here now, still your mind. Release the fear she stirred up within you, and invite her to trespass into your mind once more. That is all I ask. Let us begin. I will read aloud passages from scripture related to her past, words she once loved. While I read, touch the relic most relevant to the passage. Let her feel through you, and we may yet rekindle her light.
At last our bond is renewed. And what? I find you slinking around my territory like a thief. I will find you. And soon.
We see now through a glass in a dark manner, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know, even as I have known.
What is this? I need no mirror to know myself, nor others to justify my righteousness. By my will alone, I triumph.
Judged by those things which were written in the books, according to their deeds. And the sea gave up the dead
No.
that were in it.
They are gone. They have no meaning to me. All I held dear was drowned in shame. But corruption washes me clean.
And he fell upon his face, praying, "My Father, if it be possible, let this chalice pass from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will."
No, I did not surrender the chalice, but embraced it. Enough of these games. Now I sever the bond.
We have done it. If those relics meant nothing to her, as she claimed, she would not have reacted as she did. This is good news. Yes, but we have proven today that she can be reached. It will only be a matter of forcing the channel open once again. Your comrades clamor for your attention to military matters. So let us speak again later, after I've had time to think.
prisoner seems to have captured all your attention since you arrived. Does he have insights related to our strategy here? That's a shame. I would welcome counsel. It worries me. The corrupted are aware of our presence, but they do not attack. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful they're ignoring us for now. It buys us time to fortify our defenses. But is that enough? Agreed. Sun Fortune promised she would send aid from Ebonscale. But I also hoped we could re-enlist the sorceress Morgaine. I sent a messenger to Caliburn, but they returned with only vague rumors and second-hand sightings. Some say she's gone mad. Please do. While I have never felt entirely comfortable around her, I recognize the sorceress as an asset to the Order. In the meantime, I'll rally the Wardens and Rangers. We've set up another outpost to the east. We should meet there.
Mirling, come back! I don't understand. How can that save anyone? They hate us all. And I am too weak. Brother! Brother!
Oh. A human is come. We give to you warning that there is much madness here. An infection, wide as branches spreading. Your passions are akin to angry earth. This is disquieting. You mistake our intention. This human is hurt. We mend. Found her, raving in the forest, and weeping. We think she has contracted angry earth sickness. Please, help us. Help her. Yes, sister, we are patient. Human. We are peacemaker, fairest. Where strife avails not, we come to nurture. Cure. For human friend, is there, within this cave. Some of our kind guarded jealously, though they cannot cure themselves. You must gather amber lichen, sparkling like sunbeams on crusty rock. Then come, we take more again to more peaceful climes. transpose through the Green Sea Passage. We are fascinated by it, though it tickles our bark we find. Yes, we are applying the lichen. Our contact with humans is limited. We forget they live their lives in much haste. Oh, the fog is lifting from her eyes. But how Morrigan moans now. It wounds me to hear. We are sorry for this hurt. Certain mosses can help in dulling strong sensation. Those in the Cloud Garden are correct. Go. We will comfort.
You. Tell me, is it hubris or stupidity that brings you before me once again? Or is it that you've come to gloat? Humans do so love to spit upon the suffering of others. Of course you are. With one hand, you stab nature in the back, and with the other, you steal its blessings. You are not worthy of my time. The anguish you've caused is unthinkable. See it for yourself in the north. Be gone.
Huntress is unhappy. So sad. She says you are trespasser. She wishes you to leave right away. Oh, we understand. We sent Cloudmoss upon you. What Morrigan needs. Give it, and she will be well. And we are pleased. We, Ferris, will remain friend, even if Huntress will not. We are peacemaker, Ferris. We come to nurture.
What in hell's fury has happened? Soul Warden? Where are we? Oh, my head is splitting at the seams. Sick? Nonsense. I remember I was worried, that's all. Worried about my brother. And for Eternum. And something else. Oh, that's it. The Angry Earth. Mirden said we need them to defeat the corrupted, but they were not receptive. Ah, yes. We defiled it to cleanse Mirden's staff. Oh, just like my brother. Offer a solution he's already rendered impossible. But it's not just Mirden. My research proved the Angry Earth harbors some power against corruption. We must use it.
Huntress urges from afar. for you to go. But we would not resort to force. We are fairs. We nurture the sick and the well. Oh, the crimson poison. We know it well. Fighting this is how our sistren and brethren become blighted. We cannot heal blight. We want to help, but cannot hear. Blighted ones are severed. Huntress is only good for fighting now. Oh, yes. Huntress wills that we shepherd blighted sistren and brethren north to stand against the shadow of the mountain. You will help us. We thank you. Let us go. We plant pheromones alongside the road, and the blighted will follow. Blighted brethren and sistren come, but we cannot hear them. Their madness is not like that of the human friend. Morrigan is very wise when she walks and talks with us. She asks if blighted brethren can do more, make war with corrupted. We cannot ask blighted to fight with you, because we cannot hear their song. Here in this place, my song is alone. On our travels, Morrigan said she lost great knowledge here. Notes about blight. Clues to hearing them again. We wonder We do not entirely understand this thing. Nevertheless, we will wait here and ensure she is in comfort.
To not communicate. Indeed. Drive away. Cull the herd. No actual culling herd. Hard to say. Zero violence, AE to B. Much violence, B to C. Rabid dogs to starving cats. Powerful ally, allaying no discernible, however. Near dusk, fungus, blighters, congregate. At fungus. Our fungus. Near! Times, seems a few times, sensing. It was right. I am tired, Soul Warden. But my wits being about me again, I recall. I came here for the blighted, angry earth. But why? Give it here. Ah! What is this nonsense? Deciphering my own notes is sometimes as difficult as understanding my brother. Ha! These are like Myrdin's attempts at... Oh, always riddles and... Now, this seems to have potential. Near dusk, congregate. Apparently, the blighted cluster together around the fungus near the end of each day. Perhaps this is their way of talking. Perhaps they cannot commune with the hive mind, but a more localized spore system might yield results. I'm putting too much guesswork into this, but yes, try the formula. It's worth the attempt to confirm our conjecture.
What is this? Little sister. Yes, we do. And brother, we hear you. Yes, yes. Do not weep. We are here. Now. We will ask. The connection is unstable. I will persevere. Try to express war. Corrupted. It will take time. Human friend, Morrigan has given us her note with other words. How strange that your songs are made of paper. More human friends to be gathered? Yes. They are your family. We will find you later. Once we are successful. Here.
not believe I'm saying this, but it's actually a relief to be back in human society. No offense to Ferris, she's quite nice. Young Yash shared the gruesome details of care done. I'm sorry for your loss, Soul Warden, and that I was not there. As we've both witnessed, dwelling in the past can be detrimental to one's soul, so let us focus on the task at hand. The city on the mountain is called Mirkgard. As imposing as it is well protected, it will take some army to breach its defenses. If we were back in the Fen, I could rally many of the lost to our cause. But here there are only corrupted and mindless ancient guardians. I've never considered such a thing. But my methods of commanding the lost are derived from sorcery that directs the guardians. I suppose it's worth a try, isn't it? An army of guardians would expand our ranks significantly. And there are ruins here. Ha! What I really need now is a warm bath. But I suppose I must act my age. The truth is, I already have what we need. Venture into the caverns nearby and affix these attuned crystals as a relay. Then we shall see if the Guardians answer my call.
I can feel the winds of change blowing, like the hand of Jonas on our backs, pushing us along to victory. If your ploy with the angry earth yields results, and Morgaine's gambit pays off, we'll have a large and rather eclectic army.
Greetings, Soul Warden. On behalf of Emperor-in-Waiting Zhou Liang, I have come to offer the dynasty's assistance to your cause. And on a personal note, I am glad to be here, both to see my friends and to contribute in striking back against our vile enemy. Good, because I need someone I can depend on. I've got a plan, but I could use some help. I raided the Dynasty weapon stores and have procured armaments for our assault, which I think the Tempest will not be expecting. It is. These are smoke bombs. Not just common fireworks, mind you, but the kind that can envelop entire cities. For the bombs to be effective against the corrupted, I require a rather grisly substance. Pus, extracted from corruption barbs. I know we've played this game before, but it's worked well so far. I need your strength while I prepare things here.
We are on the verge of some discovery. Nonetheless, I'll be damned if I know what it is.
Oh my, that is rather potent, isn't it? Well, pus we need, so pus we shall use. Alchemy isn't always herbs and spices. Admittedly, this is more concentrated than I presupposed. I'll have to adjust the composition, but I can do so quickly enough. Precisely. And then the corrupted won't know what hit them because they'll be blinded with smoke. In fact, I have 2 bombs I prepared as a test, if you're up for pushing through enemy lines and placing them. I knew you'd volunteer. I think those fortresses over there will do nicely. I'm sure you can find strategic locations inside. I think that went rather well, don't you? Worry not about the trigger. I can handle that on my own when the time comes. Now, I know you entertain some strange company, but I must say this priest may be the strangest yet. He seems to be waiting for you.
You are a busy and respected person, I've come to realize. Fortunately, that makes you easier to find, as long as one moves fast. And I saw a star fall from heaven upon the earth, and there was given to him the key of the bottomless pit. Don't you see? I found what we need. Deep in the pits of this scarred canyon are ancient objects of immense spiritual power. If we can secure them, they can be used to subdue Isabella and reopen her mind, so we may bring about her salvation. We must have faith, Sir Warden. There is no room for doubt. If you recover these artifacts, we will defeat Isabella. I promise. I will retreat to a safe location with your allies and await you there. You must trust me on this. It is the only way. These artifacts are exactly what we needed. I feel as if I have awoken from a nightmare to bask in the morning sun. Truly, I have not felt such hope and conviction in my heart since I first resolved to return here and face my sins. And so the ending does finally begin. The conclusion of a long saga that brought us to these shores. Many have rallied to your banner, Soul Warden. But are they prepared for what is to come? Darkness will deepen before the dawn. You are a portrait of the courage and leadership Isabella herself once displayed. Divine power is given to the righteous.
Ah, Soul Warden. You see, our plan has come to fruition. Ancient Guardians are slow, but they respond to my command nonetheless. With luck, our assault against Murgard will be a swift matter. This sorcery requires great concentration, not easy to maintain. Times like this, I think of my brother and all that he endured. And now, I think of Jonas too, and even that fool Galahad. There have been many sacrifices made to bring us this far. I will bear my share of the burden as well, with pride.
Commander, all of our steps have brought us to this place at this time. We are all ready to attack on your orders. Oh, I will. I swear it. Never have I felt so inspired before. I simply wish to inspire you in case your morale falters. If ever you do, trust in the symbol of our order. The blue of the sky, the white of the sun, freedom for eternum. Very well, very well. You can confide in me later. Rest assured, I will be here. Call out to me whenever you have need.
Here we are, standing in a war camp on the very precipice of battle. When we met in Brightwood, I never could have imagined this. I have ever been one to linger in the background, the observer. But you have drawn out a new side of me, one that knows no fear. I did my part. Seeing Liang thrive after so many years of isolation has been a salve for my mind and spirit. I still mourn the fall of Empress Jo, but I also know she would have willingly endured any suffering to save her son. The ending was bittersweet, but we did well by them both. And here, at the edge of this precipice, we shall do so again.
Human. I have a question. We are angry Earth, but I am not angry. Does this make me broken? A misshapen growth? Self. The angry Earth are one. But we grow from dissimilar soil, and in dissimilar ways. Perhaps I can be we, but also me. My root sister Myrtilus has always found joy in roaming, free, independent in her thought. But I am just understanding now. Yes, as are we. And I, my brethren and sistren, cannot rejoin the collective. But this gives them a sense of purpose. We are with you.
masterwork had I the luxury of this sin of pride. For your Azoth staff, a means to achieve Isabella's redemption. With this augmentation, you will have the power to destroy her darkness and send it back to the oblivion from whence it came. You have triumphed over countless corrupted, but do not be overconfident. Isabella is more formidable than ever. I do not know if one can ever be prepared for something like this. Facing such darkness is beyond mortal comprehension. But we have seen the goodness that still hides in Isabella's soul. That is the path to our victory and our redemption, God willing.
You've achieved nothing but more suffering for your companions. Even now, I am opening portals throughout Mirkgard.
a day when you look stumped, but here it is. Are you going to say something or just stand there? I won't lie, I was sorely tempted, but I decided a joyride along the coast was enough. Besides, I knew you'd be needing me. And I was right as rain. If I hadn't turned back with that artifact, you'd be high and dry. I think you'll owe me one for this. And don't think I won't be taking you up on it. For now, let's just blast these bastards. We can discuss my compensation later.
I have learned much through your eyes and your ears. You cannot judge me. My destiny is my own to decide.
The evil permeating this blasphemous cathedral has a taste. Only divine judgment can purge its foulness from existence. Steel yourself, Sir Warden. You stand upon the threshold of corruption's heart, and may as well be the gates of hell itself. That is how I found her, secure within the depths of her own mind, commanding corruption by thought alone. She is impervious physically. It was wise that we came with another strategy prepared. Your Azoth staff. Use it to enter her mind. I will attempt to join you if possible, and together we will grapple with her very soul. Beware! You go to her true domain. Do not strike her down with vengeance in your heart. I know what comes of that. Let your staff be the instrument of divine mercy. Isabella de Leon was innocent and brave at one time. And I believe that person is still in there, waiting to be set free. Isabella de Leon was in, and so we surrender our fates to this battle and this purpose, beyond our understanding. Into thy hands, I commend my spirit. Amen.
Am I not safe from you? Even in my own mind? I am trying to release you all from the lie. Don't you see? No one is watching over us. There is no God. We are alone. Each of us. In the end.
A bit disappointed I couldn't land the last blow, but in a matter of thinking, maybe I did. Well, no need to selfishly take all the credit. This was a shared victory, you and me. Look at us. Come a long way we have. Ah, what choice did you leave me with? It's been a lifetime since we met on that beach. I couldn't just sail away. Besides, I would have missed all the craziness. Like the end of days it was. I can't believe it all blew over. Can't say I know anyone by the name. Clergy type. No, it was just me here when I got back from the fight. Anyhow, what's it matter? You won! Tell you what, finish up here, meet me at the pub in Oxborough, have ourselves a chat.
As the Soul Warden and Isabella knelt before each other, there was a silence unlike any I have ever known. It reminded me of the first time I administered Holy Communion, a silent acknowledgement of divine love. But that moment ended abruptly, here in this foul place. That silence has been shattered forever. It is accomplished, and the tomb is empty. But she is not here. She is not here. She is not here. There is no redemption. And so it came to pass. The heart of the Tempest, Captain Isabella herself, defeated. Abandoned by the power for which she traded everything. The Soul Wardens were victorious, pulling Aeternum and the world back from the precipice of doom. But at what cost? So many of their numbers corrupted or lost. Their fragile alliance crumbling as the factions fight for dominance. And what of the allies they believe they've gained in the angry Earth? It would be clear soon enough that the vengeful hand of nature would grasp far more than equilibrium. And the void exposed when the surge in corruption abates would become a threat of itself. As the soulless remnants of this conflict rise from the battlefield to find purpose and power in a source as yet unrealized. Yes, the hapless inhabitants of Aeternum will soon learn that this chapter may have come to a close, but the real horrors have just begun.
I'm half surprised you're here. Not that you'd let me down, but I've noticed you never take a moment for yourself. It's unhealthy. Cheers indeed. Though now I'm to be a bit of a hypocrite, as I'm myself off on a new little venture. Can't say too much, really. But the usual, plenty of coin to be had, and thrills, and excitement, and some modicum of danger. I might consider a partner. Of course we will. I have that ship I always wanted now, so I have. Don't you just love it when a barmy plan comes together? By the way, caught a snippet of an interesting rumour. Corrupted Roman legions in the desert. Can you imagine? Hey, it's your adventure. Anyhow, we'll be seeing you, hero. Somewhere out in that great vasty island of opportunity.